Welcome back to the deep dive. You know that feeling, right? You've put in all the hours, read the books, maybe aced the exams, you think you've got the theory down. But then you look at job descriptions, especially in IT, something fast-moving like that, and it hits you. Where do I get the real experience? How do I turn all the stuff I learned into, actual job-ready skills? It's a common problem, honestly, a real gap.
Precisely, yeah, a huge gap. And that bridge, that connection, well, that's exactly what our deep dive is focused on today.
Yeah.
We're looking into STAR's Intern. It's a platform powered by Acumen iTech, and it's designed to tackle exactly that gap.
Okay, STAR's Intern, right. So let's unpack this. Our mission today really is to sift through what they offer. We've got details from their features page, a list of their programs, something about a tech fit profile or two, and there's a success story that sounds pretty powerful. We want to show you what makes their approach different, maybe even, like someone said, life-changing.
That's right. We pulled info from their own detailed features page, their philosophy, their methods, plus, yeah, that comprehensive program list. The tech fit thing is mentioned, maybe not in huge detail in our sources, but it hints at something interesting, personalization maybe. And then, yes, this really compelling testimonial that kind of brings it all home.
Okay, so if the main problem is that experience gap, how exactly does STAR's Intern go about filling it? What's the core idea?
Well, it really centers on what they call industry simulation-based learning. Think of it less like a typical course and more like, well, stepping into an actual job environment.
Okay, like a simulation.
Exactly. You're not just listening passively. I mean, sure, there are knowledge transfer sessions, but then you're immediately applying it. Daily assignments, weekly projects, and this is key, live mentorship. It's all structured to feel like a real professional role, the rhythm, the demands.
That does sound like a pretty fundamental difference. So structured like a job. Can you give an example? Like, what's a daily assignment that really feels like an industry task, not just, a university group project? How's it different?
Absolutely. Okay, so instead of some abstract case study, picture this. An intern in their cybersecurity program gets a task, maybe analyzing a simulated network breach. They have to find the vulnerabilities, figure out how it happened, and then actually implement specific security patches.
Ah, okay. Hands-on.
Very hands-on.
Yeah.
Or, say, in DevOps, they might need to deploy an application update using the kind of CI/CD pipelines used in the industry. It's not just thinking about the problem, it's doing it, often with real tools, sometimes under a bit of time pressure, just like a junior engineer would face. The difference from a university project, it's often the direct use of industry tools, specific processes, and that immediate feedback loop from a mentor who's active in the field.
That immediate feedback loop, yeah, that sounds incredibly valuable. And speaking of feedback, the sources mentioned AI-powered career tools. How does AI fit into this? What kind of specific feedback can it give that's incredibly valuable, maybe beyond what a human mentor alone could offer, especially in complex tech fields?
Right, that's where it gets really interesting, I think.
Yeah.
Use smart automation, AI prompting, analytics, that kind of thing. So, for instance, the AI could potentially personalize your learning path. It might see from your assignment performance, you're struggling with this concept, and then suggest specific resources or modules.
Okay, targeted help.
Exactly. Or it could give you instant, really granular feedback on your code syntax. Maybe analyze how you tackled a project and point out inefficiencies. Things a human mentor might spot, but maybe not as quickly or continuously. It's about scale and precision. The AI offers this continuous microfeedback that supports, augments the human mentorship, doesn't replace it.
Gotcha. So it's complementing the human element. Makes sense. So it's not just about the learning process itself then. Beyond the technical skills, how does STAR's Intern make sure interns are actually job ready? Like with proof. What does that proof look like?
Yeah, they're very focused on what they call certification and career proof. So you get domain-specific certificates. Sure, those are important. But you also get things like an internship diary. It actually details your daily tasks, your projects, plus a completion letter, and maybe even top performer recognition if you really shine.
An internship diary.
Yeah, and these aren't just symbolic. They're tangible evidence of the practical work you did, your commitment, your achievements. For a recruiter looking at your profile, that diary could be super insightful. It shows a real track record of applying skills day to day.
That focus on tangible proof. It really sets up the next bit nicely. There's strategic industry collaboration. How does working with industry experts and institutions actually benefit the interns directly?
Well, if you think about the big picture, this collaboration is absolutely foundational. STAR's intern isn't operating in a vacuum, just guessing what companies need. They're actually co-creating these programs with industry experts. So the curriculum, the tools you use, the problems you solve, they're all aligned with current trends and what employers are actually looking for.
So it's relevant, like right now relevant.
Exactly. You're learning skills that are in demand now, not what was maybe needed 5 years back. It's hands-on with current industry demands, not just theory.
And the gateway to all this is their platform, starsintern.com. That's where students enroll, powered by Acumen II Tech's innovation team.
Now, we mentioned that TechFit profiler briefly earlier. Even if the details were a bit sparse in what we looked at, what do you think the significance of a tool like that is in this kind of model? That's a great question. Yeah, details are sparse, but just the name, TechFit profiler, suggests something quite sophisticated, doesn't it? I'd have to guess it's probably an assessment tool. Helps guide interns towards the program that fits them best. Looks at their skills, interests, maybe existing knowledge.
So, like, matching people to the right track.
Probably. Could be crucial for making the learning curve manageable and maximizing the impact, ensuring there's a good match between what the intern wants and what the program requires. Fits right in with their whole personalized approach.
Okay, so they're building this simulated world, adding AI, working with industry, helping find the right fit. What's the actual payoff for the intern? Our sources laid out 6 clear advantages. What are people really walking away with?
Right, 6 key benefits. First, and maybe most obviously, you get clear, hands-on experience.
Yeah.
You're working on projects that mimic real-world scenarios, applying theory directly, maybe developing a secure login for a pretend e-commerce site or fixing a virtual server problem, that kind of thing. Building marketable skills directly.
Makes sense. Number 1, real experience. What's next?
Second is crucial. Industry exposure. You actually get to interact with professionals working in the field. You gain insights into the latest trends. You hear about best practices, new tech. Just being around that environment is huge.
Yeah, getting that perspective from people in the industry. You can't really get that from a textbook, can you?
Not in the same way, no. Third, they emphasize professional mentoring. It's not just a one-off chat. It's consistent guidance, support, advice from experienced pros. Really helps you navigate your early career path in IT.
Okay, mentoring, that's big.
Fourth is something often overlooked, but so important. Networking opportunities. Interns connect with experts, potential employers, other interns, building that professional network.
Oh, yeah, I remember starting out how much those informal connections mattered. It sounds like they're deliberately building that in, which is smart. Creates future possibilities.
Absolutely. Fifth is skill development, and this is broad. It focuses on cultivating both technical skills, coding, analysis, whatever the specialization is, and soft skills. Things like problem solving, teamwork, communication, all essential for IT roles. Makes you more employable overall.
Right, the whole package, tech and soft skills. And the last one, number 6.
And finally, sixth, it all leads hopefully to career advancement. When you finish, you haven't just boosted your resume. You've got practical experience, tangible proof, and ideally, significantly better chances of landing a full-time job in IT. It's designed as a launchpad.
A clear pathway. Got it.
And looking at their actual programs, there's quite a range. Some longer ones, like 90 days. There's a DevOps engineer program. It's all about streamlining software development and operations. They have UiPath RPA, that's robotic process automation, using software bots for repetitive tasks. AI prompt engineering, which is super relevant now, talking effectively to AI. Cybersecurity, of course. They even have a 60-day intro to quantum computing. Very cutting edge.
Wow, quantum computing. And shorter ones too, right? Like 7-day free fundamental programs. I saw cybersecurity again, data analytics, digital marketing with AI. So options for different levels of commitment and interest. But, what really makes this concrete is that success story we saw. Someone named Chinmay went through their Industry 4.0 program.
Yes, Industry 4.0, the whole smart manufacturing automation trend. Chinmay called the experience life-changing.
Yeah, life-changing. And specifically said, it challenged me to step out of my comfort zone, embrace new perspectives, and grow both personally and professionally.
Yes.
That's more than just learning tech skills, isn't it?
Exactly. It points to a deeper kind of growth. The program doesn't just teach the what, but maybe fosters adaptability, resilience. Yeah, that mindset you need in field that change so fast, that kind of holistic development. That really does go beyond what you typically get in a classroom.
So wrapping up our deep dive on STAR's Intern, what it looks like is a platform seriously trying to bridge that crucial gap. Theory to practice in IT. They do it with this immersive, simulated job environment, boosted by AI tools for personalized feedback, plus a big focus on real career proof certificates, those detailed diaries. And it's all underpinned by working closely with industry. The goal is delivering those six core benefits we talked about: hands on work, industry contact, mentoring, networking, skill building, and ultimately getting your career moving.
Which leads to a really interesting final thought, doesn't it, for you, the listener? If programs like STARS Intern, these highly structured, simulated, mentor-rich experiences, if they become more common, maybe even the standard way to enter dynamic fields, what does that mean for how we usually think about education, about getting that first job? How essential does it become for you to actively look for experiences that give you not just the knowledge, but that direct, almost job-like application and real industry connections? Something to think about.